Welcome to Fever, and this is Wake Up Dilli. Ilahi and Supriya ke saath hai aap, and today very excited because we are, diving into the K Fever completely. Joining us is the one and only Poonam Naruka, who's a social media influencer and vlogger, one of the top YouTubers, famous in Korea, and also loved in India. Poonam, how are you doing?
Hi everyone. Good morning, India. Good morning, Delhi. Here's currently actually 3 p.m. in Korea. So it's like 3.5 hours ahead. So nice to meet you. For those who don't know, my name is Poonam. I was born in India, but I grew up in Italy, and now I'm in Korea. So I'm a woman of different cultures, I guess.
But Poonam, at this point of time when everything has moved to a 7-inch and a 14-inch screen, people have started, developing their interest when it comes to K-pop, when it comes to Korean dramas, when it comes to anime for that matter in the Japanese section. But we know you as one of the most famous YouTubers out there. And, it warms the cockles of my heart to see an Indian doing that now that you're based out of South Korea. It's actually an honor to see an Indian holding that pedestal and holding that fort really strong. So congratulations on that part. And before we start with the first question, I just want to ask my co-host Supriya, because I am somebody who loves anime to the core. I also do an anime show on radio, and it's the first ever Indian anime show on FM radio. On the other hand, Supriya is a bit of a Bollywood geek. Plus, she watches a lot of Western Hollywood television series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, like everyone.
I'm actually being gradually pushed into the world of K fever, honestly, and I don't mind. I'm a very new entrant into that. But while we are actually speaking about Bollywood, I have to ask you, of course, K fever, you being associated with it, one big thing. But when it comes to Bollywood, which is that one name that you resonate with the most?
Of course, if you think Bollywood, there's no way you don't think about SRK.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for saying this.
That is like, I think anyone, like even if people that don't know Bollywood, they know SRK. SRK is Bollywood. So yeah, definitely.
The moment you said Shah Rukh Khan as the guy whom you resonated when it comes to Bollywood in your head, I mean, Supriya and me, we had those silly smiles on our faces because we have grown up watching him.
First celebrity crush, honestly. So I think the first is always special, right?
That's true.
I don't know about you or you being my competitor when it comes to celebrity crush, but I also have a crush on Shah Rukh for that matter. We love Shah Rukh. I mean, obviously because he's like a global ambassador when it comes to Bollywood in the world.
True.
But Supriya, you know what? There are very quirky things and very funny things when it comes to Korean culture, and people are not really aware about it, like us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We can take dig on ourselves as well.
That's where you come in and help us out.
Yeah,
being like a prominent expert in the fraternity, what's the most quirkiest and the funniest thing that you have seen about the Korean culture that completely surprised you?
Completely surprised me. Oh, there are so many things. What I like about the Korean in general is that it is a very specific language. Like they have a specific term for every single thing. For example, I'm just going to give an example. I think it's so hard to understand without example. So for example, in Hindi or in English, we say, oh, it looks like it's raining, or it looks like it's going to rain. In Korean, like if you think it's going to rain 50%, you have a certain way to say that. If you think it's going to rain 70%, you're sure there's another term to use it, another grammar. If you know for 90%, you can use another form of sentence. So what I like is that when people say something, they really mean it. And they're very straightforward. And it can be hurtful sometimes, that straightforward they are. They'll be like, oh my God, you look sick. And you are like, oh, I didn't wear makeup today. Something like that. So yeah,
but now that we're talking about this, Poonam, I have to ask you, and since you said SRK, there's this one very popular dialogue from one of his movies that says, Ja Simran, ja ji le apni zindagi. How do you say that in Korean?
Oh my God. Literally, it would be so funny to say that in Korean. Like,
Can you
ka,
try? Yeah.
ka Simran ka. 재밌게 놀아.
Woo!
Enjoy your life. Ka
That's
means
I'm,
quite
go.
something.
Simran.
yeah, I'm gonna try and learn that actually.
Yeah.
We both
Ka
need to
Simran ka.
actually.
So, now suddenly in India, of course, Korean skincare is one thing everyone's been crazy about. Might I just say right now, your skin is looking beautiful,
Oh, thank you
glowing.
so
Love
much.
it. Really want to know
Oh, yeah,
your
I'm just
routine.
looking at my. Oh my God, it's like reflection.
Yeah, but it's so
Please don't
nice
get
and
blinded.
dewy, which is so beautiful. You're glowing. But I have to
Thank
ask you, what's one Korean morning routine that's different from India?
What is one? Oh,
Could be skin, could
different.
be food, could be anything.
Ah, more like a specific morning routine or just like in general?
Anything. It could be in general as well. But I
In
would
general.
suggest you stick to morning. I really want to know how you
Morning,
start your
acha.
morning there.
The morning routine. Oh, people skip breakfast here.
But we can't
Yeah,
imagine that.
right?
I
They
mean,
just drink water and have some ice americano. They don't have proper breakfast. Like mostly I'm talking about my generation people.
Mm-hmm.
But something specific of the morning routine. Yeah, they just wake up, get ready, go to work. They just grab their ice americano on their way, sipping it on their metro or
That's
something.
almost similar to what Italians almost do, right? They wake up and they go for their espresso and that's it.
Yeah. But at least Italian people, they have the croissant, the brioche,
Yeah.
and all these things.
True.
Here's like that 1 liter. They have literally 1 liter, and they have that. So yeah.
it was a bit of an out of syllabus question for me to understand, and the answer that you actually gave. The morning routine is something that probably the brown boys, don't really understand, because the only thing that we know about doing a skincare is, oh, we are going to lend some moisturizer from our mothers and then we just randomly
Ah,
put it on our
yeah, it's
faces.
not okay. So I think since I've never lived like too long in India, I think Korean people have a specific morning routine and then they have a specific night routine, and it's by step. It's just not like you wake up, wash your face, and moisturizer. No, you cleanse it, and then you put the toner, which brings down the pH of your skin, and then you put the serum and all these things. So it's like step by step. I don't know. How is it in India? Like, what do you
We're catching
have?
on. I'm sure like a
You're
lot of
catching on.
us have actually taken, the course of course, cleansing, toning, moisturizing. You're doing face cupping. People are doing many different things,
Massaging and then the gua sha,
True,
the
the
old
gua sha. Exactly. So we're
I mean,
catching up.
on behalf of all the majority of males who reside in this country in India, I have told you the morning routine, what we as men we do.
Rinse your face, borrow my
Wow.
moisturizer, and that is it.
But their skin looks amazing. They look better than mine. Like they don't do
Yeah,
nothing.
there
They
is
just
some
they use water.
there is an issue. Men and the kind of eyelashes that they have, it hurts my heart. It genuinely does. Without anything, without mascara, without anything. Just yeah, why?
What is that? That's not fair. They don't even need that.
a god's gift to all the men, because we were only given not good looks. We were only made in a factory where everyone thought that, oh, these are the raw materials that are left right after making this beautiful gender call as the females.
Enough.
So the discarded material actually went for all the males out there.
Wow.
But talking about all of these things, Bollywood and K-dramas are super emotional.
Yeah.
And because one of the Bollywood geeks is sitting right next to me, I host the morning show with her, and I've learned so much from her about Bollywood. Other than Shah Rukh, because now that you have put that name on the table, other than Shah Rukh, which is that one actor do you think who can actually justify his or her role in
a
the
K-drama
drama space?
Yeah.
Like somebody that can fit into the K-drama scene, Indian Bollywood actor.
Yes.
Actor or actress, anyone.
Actress. Actress. I think Alia Bhatt. She has a very cute face. I think that suits the Korean kind of beauty standard, like someone that looks cute, tiny, soft. And she gives that bubbly, personality. As for actor, they're also macho and manly. According to the that's a nice question. I never thought about it. Oh God, give me some names. Give
Okay,
me some names.
you know, there are a bunch of new faces that have actually come up in Bollywood.
Okay.
Like the first name that comes to my mind when I think about all of this is obviously or
Who?
the actress that I've been
Kiara
yeah,
Advani.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like now think of
No.
actors, right? Like male
Yeah, I
actors.
want an actor. Give me some names, because all I think are all the top, like but I don't feel like they're gonna fit into that. Anyone else?
I can
Who are
only
some
think of
newcomers?
I can only think of influencers for some reason.
Oh. Oh.
But the
I
one
want to
name
like Google
that pops up to my head at this point of time is
Rohit,
obviously Rohit Saraf
Rohit Saraf is
Oh
actually he's
yes,
a
I was actually thinking about him. He
Rohit Saraf
does
is
have
great.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he has a very soft look. Yeah, he will
he does.
definitely.
He does.
Yes.
I don't know. I have some personal vengeance against that guy. Whenever I say his name right in front of the females, I mean, they have this pretty smile on their faces. Why?
Because of that soft
Why?
look, he's just got that presence
Yes,
going on.
We
he
also
has a
have a
golden
soft look. We
retriever
also have a
energy.
presence.
True, absolutely. Okay, moving forward, before we ask you the next question, I have to congratulate you on winning the Global Influencer Award. That was pretty big.
Thank you.
How did you
Thank
feel when that happened?
Oh, that happened so quickly. I had no idea. Like one day my manager calls and he says, like he sends me a text and he says, we have to do this thing next week. And one of them was the global award. I had no idea I was going to actually win it. I thought it was just a nomination,
Yeah.
but I actually ended up. And I think the reason is because I've been appointed as the ambassador of Korea tourism, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to spread Korean culture through my videos and through my work. So
Mm-hmm.
it feels really happy after 5 years to be, you get love from people, you get
True.
appreciation and everything, but actually having the Korean government officially
Yeah.
give you an award on a big stage, it gives you like you feel proud of it, right?
That's wonderful. Yeah.
And Poonam, because now that you are living in Korea for so many years, obviously there are few things that you live with. You have a specific routine, right?
Mm.
Every single day, if I move out from Delhi, I miss something about Delhi, for that
Um,
matter, right? Now that you have moved to Korea, any
mhm.
particular thing that you miss about the Indian culture, especially it can be like an Indian breakfast. I mean, do
Yeah.
you, if given a choice, what would you prefer? I mean, this is like a gunpoint question. What would you prefer? An Indian breakfast or a Korean breakfast? Because we have zero knowledge about how the
Oh
food.
God. That's see, I would like to switch from Indian breakfast and Korean breakfast, like not having breakfast, because I'm so used to not having breakfast now. But yeah, definitely what I miss the most about India is the food. Here you get Indian food, but it's not the same thing, right? You don't get the same taste, like atmosphere hota hai when you are having Indian food with people you love and everything. So one thing is the Indian food. The second thing is that I feel like as a foreigner, it's really, no matter how good you are speaking in Korean, all these things, when there are like, for example, it's going to be Korean Chinese New Year soon, like in 2 weeks. Every family will gather, they will have a meal together. But us poor foreigners, people that have no family here, it's the time where you feel the most, you want to go back to your family and, have a meal
Yeah.
together. So that is the thing.
I'm sure that's
Yeah.
something that a lot of people out there feel, right? No
Yeah,
matter
I
which
think all
country
the
you're in, I'm sure
NRIs
they do.
living out of India, they must feel that. Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I wish we could come to you with a cup of chai
Yes,
right now
please
and be
do.
like,
Come
come, let's
on.
sit and chill. Let's talk about. Okay, so
Yes.
one thing, before we started this interview, Ilahi and I were discussing that, there is so much love for Korean content in India. Do you actually see a similar obsession for Bollywood out there?
Like Korean people having obsession of Bollywood. I feel Korean people are very proud of their own culture, their own things.
Mm-hmm.
that is really hard for them to maybe have a big. There is a community of Korean people that love Indian food and Indian culture, Bollywood, but it's not as big as Korean culture is big in India. Like there's no comparison.
Got it.
So yeah.
Got it.
They're
Okay.
still they're getting into it. I see a lot of like Korean people making content about India and all these things. But of course, I think Indian people give more love to K culture.
Maybe we have Shah Rukh Khan do some more movies.
Yeah.
Shoot them in Korea or
We
something.
need him.
But
We
Poonam,
definitely-
before we go to the last question, I mean, whenever we talk about the Korean dramas, right, or whenever we talk about something that is very new for the Indian audience, we always have the tendency of comparing genres, right? Like comparing Bollywood with Korea, comparing Bollywood with the anime, by comparing Bollywood with Hollywood. Do you think now that because Korean drama has become like a big thing, do you think it is actually getting the amount of respect that it actually deserves? Because now that we have platforms like Amazon MX Player serving you the best Korean dramas, and that too dubbed in Hindi for the Indian audience to actually
Yeah.
watch and understand, do you think the Korean drama space is actually getting the amount of respect they actually deserve?
They do, because it's a very unique content. It's a very unique storyline, plotting, music, editing, all these things. So definitely it's a good thing that they're getting a recognition at this level where people are dubbing into their own language. So it's like easy, it can reach to a bigger mass, a bigger audience, people that are like don't like to read subtitles, or like even kids, or like older people that they bother looking down to the subtitles. So yeah, they definitely do deserve the recognition, and I'm happy because sometimes through the K-drama you can get to learn a lot about the culture, the people. So yeah.
Poonam, I have to ask you, if somebody is getting introduced to the world of, K-drama, what's the first show or movie you would recommend them?
Okay, definitely. When you ask the question, there's something popped. Goblin.
Okay.
So in Korean it's Dokkebi. So Goblin, it is the must drama that I think everyone should watch. Like, it has everything. It has romance, comedy, magic, fantasy. It's like very melodramatic. And one of my personal favorite is Itaewon Class. Itaewon Class is about, like if you are looking for inspiration, if you're feeling down and you're looking for inspiration, want to work hard, I think it's a drama that, like gives you that kind of energy. Another one, fun rom-com, I would say What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. Yeah, these are all like big titles with good cast, and yes.
That's amazing. Before we let you go, I have to tell you that in India, right from K-drama, movies, different kind of content to Korean food, people are going nuts about it. They love it. Absolutely. So before we let you go, Poonam, a message for all our viewers and listeners from you.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for loving Korea. And so yeah, Korean culture is the beauty of Korean culture is that it's very similar to the Indian one, and I think that is the reason why it's getting so much love, because it fits the taste of Indian audience. The way family relationship are shown, the way it is very different from the Western. Like it's not direct, straightforward. It's very soft, very respectful culture, same as Indian one. So I think that is the reason why it is getting so much love compared to other countries, more in India. And thank you so much for having me, for giving me this platform to speak about my experience here in Korea. And I really hope that many people can actually go and watch more K-drama, especially now that we have Amazon. They are dubbed in Hindi, and they're like all different, not only Korean dramas, but they're like, like other languages. So I really hope people can explore more and get to know more about the world through, like a screen, OTT platforms.
Just to add one more question to this, because I'm a guy, I'm a little slow with things, and I'm turning a bit old. Just recently touched 30. Because now that you have made a mark for yourself, and you are representing India on a global platform, and you are such a famous YouTuber. Any plans that you have on a personal level of getting into the Korean drama space when it comes to acting or being a part of it?
Oh, actually, I haven't talked about this to anyone, so it's gonna be like a first
Oh,
kind
it's a
of reveal.
revelation on our.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Good
it's not
job.
like,
Good question.
yeah, now we have like the headlines or something. I don't know how it works on radio.
So even if
So,
even if you don't answer the question, we have already got the answer.
okay, that's perfect. So I will definitely love to, I don't want to do anything big, but I will definitely love to experience, like the Korean drama setting life. So yes, hopefully this year something might happen. Yeah.
We're
That's
going to
amazing.
cheer for you.
Yeah.
We are going to be your
Thank you.
cheerleaders for that. But
Oh
thank
yeah.
you so much, Poonam, for sparing your valuable time. And all thanks to Amazon MX Player for serving the best content, for serving K dramas. And now that they are being dubbed into Hindi, it's going to be a win win situation for everyone out there who is actually trying to find Korean content on the web. And now it's just going to be one tap away with the help of
Yeah,
Amazon
and there are
MX
going to be
Player.
so many cool K dramas over there. Like I've heard every week there is a new release, and there's so many things to choose from. So it's an
True.
amazing group. People that have different taste, they can find anything that fits to them.
Poonam, hopefully someday we get to host you here in our studio. And we can absolutely do it. Maybe we can interview you once you've entered the K drama space and you do an
Oh,
interview
that
someday.
would be nice.
Let's manifest that. And with that, thank you so much for joining us on Fever FM in this conversation. All the love and light to you.
Wake up!